Hey everybody, Jacqueline here. I am officially back home in my studio. It makes me very happy to be here. I love traveling and hiking, but there's just something about being in your cozy little space that you've created for yourself. But in my last video, I told you all that we had skipped a section. I didn't go into detail or anything about that. I could do that in a later video. But by us doing that, it cut our hike down, meaning we had extra time at the end. So Ryan found us some pretty cheap flights into Italy. So we flew into Turin, Italy, and we explored there, and we went over to Venice as well. I've never been to Italy before, so we got to go to Venice. I'm excited to make a whole video about that as well. But I wanted to, by going to Stockholm, to Turin, to Venice, I got some art supplies at the end of the trip while we were there that I'm excited to play around with here back home. But I wanted today, I thought it'd be more fun to show you a video of all the things I got. So, because I was backpacking, I had to use a big Ziploc bag to get my stickers and my patches and things. But then it just worked for when we were traveling around Stockholm and Italy to just put the rest of all my things that I got in here. So I'm going to take everything out of this wonderful bag so it's not so crinkly. I'm also going to showcase the few watercolor paintings I worked on trail to go ahead and show that to you all, and we'll update them and work on them later, but we'll showcase that to you as well. So yeah, today's video is going to be showcasing all of these goodies that I got, so it's kind of like an unboxing. I guess that's what I should call it. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So as you can see, this is everything that I got while on the trail and in Stockholm and in Italy. This stuff down here is more when we were traveling after, but this is what I got while I was on trail. I tried to keep to patches and stickers for the most part, to keep things lightweight and more thin and compact, since it did have to go into my backpack. My favorite things being all of these patches. So I liked getting the ones that would actually say Kungsleden on them. There towards the end, we stayed in a couple of the mountain huts, like actually stayed in them. And that was so fun. We met amazing people, and I did the sauna with all the ladies. So that was super fun to do the sauna and do a cold plunge in the river. I have no video of that because you can't video while you're doing that because a lot of us were already nude, so I couldn't showcase that. But I did get like these cute patches from there. I have a backpack that I keep all my patches on that's actually already full, so I might have to start putting this on another backpack. And we did see reindeer, so I had to get a patch after we found reindeer, which actually I got some pieces that are made from reindeer. The Sami people, this is their flag. They are the last indigenous people in Europe, and they are in Sweden, and they're mostly reindeer herders. So we got to see them herd some reindeer. But they did make out of like their antlers keychains. They also made out of their leather these other keychains, and I thought they were so beautiful, and all the money went to the Sami people, so that made me feel good. So I also got like this keychain from Adolfstrom. In the first section we were doing, we took a boat actually. It was really fun, to this really cute, essentially like B&B. And if you ever make it out there, it's amazing. Marianne and Caroline, they're a mother-daughter duo that they run this, and it was just the cutest place. It was a good place to take a break. We always had coffee out of their cute little teacups and whatnot. And it was really, really fun being there. So I did get, well, their card, and then I got a keychain from there. But yeah, lots of stickers. More stickers were in like the bigger cities, like Amarnes, and then Abisko had like all these stickers. I wish these places had stickers, so I didn't always have to spend like $4 or $5 on patches, but totally okay. Yeah, so we'll just kind of, I guess we can leave that there. Also towards the end, I knew I wanted to have some sort of book that had all the flowers that we had been seeing. So I'll insert lots of clips of really pretty flowers. So at the end in Abisko, I went to their little national park visitor center where I got this. But I also got like these little booklets that have about the flowers. Now it's all in Swedish. It was not translated to English, so I will have to do Google Translate to get those. But I was so excited to find this. And then they also had this one. This one was more for like kids because it's like one of those fold-out ones. But I was just too excited to not get it. I think they were just a couple of dollars each. Like, yeah, they don't have the price tags on them, but maybe a few dollars each. I think this was just information. Oh, of just where we had stayed and kind of what was around there, because they had, where we ended was where a national park was. So there was a lot of people coming in on buses to, you know, look around the national park, but we had hiked through it, so we didn't have to look around as much. Amarnes was after, I think it was like 4 or 5 days into the trail. This is a teeny tiny little town that's all about fly fishing. And so Ryan even said, okay, we have to come back here and spend a lot of time so he can fly fish with all the guys and whatnot. So we got a little patch and a sticker from there. So that was really, really fun. So another thing I like to get, whether I'm backpacking, traveling, whatever, are postcards. So some of the mountain huts we stayed in the north had free postcards, which was really, really cool. So I snagged up some of those whenever that happened. And I also, I can't remember which hut we were in, but it had been raining, and inside they had a fire going and a lunch buffet. It was like a fancier mountain hut, but they had lots of postcards. So I bought lots of postcards and sent them off to friends and family back home. And I think they're starting to trickle in, which is super fun. I love sending postcards, which is little snippets of what I'm doing that day. Yeah, I think that's all that I got, like, on the trail. Oh, we also got a magnet that actually looks like this one. Oh, Kebnekaise. That might have been the hut we went to where I did the postcards. I think that might be there. Because, yeah, I got that. Okay, so Kebnekaise was where I did the postcards, if you're looking on a map or anything. So I did get a magnet, but that's already on the fridge. So, yeah, I think we'll move into where we went next. So after we were done the trail in Abisko, we made our way down through bus, plane, train, like all the ways to get into Stockholm, where we actually spent a day there exploring. We went to the Royal Palace, which was really fun. You could pay for different sections that you might want to go to. I believe we did number 2 and 4. I think those were the ones that we had done. But it was really, really fun to go to. I love going to palaces with their gardens, and it's just always so beautiful. So we did go to the Royal Palace. We also went to a library that was beautiful, and we just like walked around to the shops and everything. And there was this one place, it's actually on here, Creatima, which I think means just creation or creativity. I can't remember. We went into this art store, and it was like filled with tons of art supplies. Now, a lot of this I can get back at home, which is really cool to see that it was over there as well. But I did want to get some of their watercolor paper to paint on, so I just got a small little one of those. And then Ryan got me, because he knows I paint so tiny with my tiny little paintings, this Da Vinci really nice micro type of bristles. So the smallest sizes for the finest details. So I haven't actually even opened these yet. So let's take a look at these. Oh man, those are so tiny. Okay. Look how tiny that is. Let me see if I get close. That is just like the tiniest little... Oh, it's going to be so great for teeny tiny details. And then I won't take the nibs out of those, but you can see that they are just really tiny variants in length. Some are a little longer. That one has like less bristles. I think mostly it's just how many bristles they have in each one. That is going to be fantastic to play around with. So that is what I got when we were in Stockholm. Pretty happy about that. Yay! Oh, I love getting new supplies, even if it's just teeny tiny stuff. So then we made our way to Torino. So I got this really fun postcard from there. And we just walked around the downtown. We had, oh my gosh, the most delicious gelato ever. Like, we were in this really cute little, like, just neighborhood, like not even close to downtown. We were kind of out where all the locals are. That's just where we got our place. And a couple blocks away, everyone was like, this is the best gelato ever. So we went, we took a number because it was like a take number thing, because there's like a pretty big long line. Oh my gosh, I had like a 3 scoop cone. I had pistachio. I had a chocolatey one, I think, and a cherry. Oh my gosh, it was the best. We had gelato. We went to Venice, but we just kept dreaming about the one in Torino. It was wonderful. And I don't think I got any art there. I think I may have just looked around, but we did go. Oh my gosh. I kept the bag that it came in. We bought some chocolate there. So we went to this Baratti Milano. They make chocolates. So we had chocolates. We had some sort of pastry that we had, and Ryan got a little cappuccino. And it was just the yummiest place. This is just a little card they gave. But it was so cute. It was in this beautiful little garden square. And we just really thoroughly enjoyed sitting down and to be out of the heat. It was very hot when we were there. Then we went to Venice. So I'll showcase this is where Torino is. And then we took a train through Milano all the way out to Venice. So I've never been down here. I'd love to go down here the rest of Italy another time. But this was a fun, spontaneous, cheaper trip. So that was really fun. So I got this. I might have gotten this when we were in Torino, but I did get a couple of ones from Venice. It was so beautiful. Like, it's just everything I had thought it would be like. Like, it was really, really fun. The St. Mark's Square is where a lot of the tours go. So we went to a lot of those places. But then we also just, the first night there, we were like, we're not even going to try to go anywhere. We're just going to wander. So we just went down every street and corner that we could find. And it was late when we got in, so I found some art stores, when we were just window shopping. So I marked it on the map, and I was like, we gotta come back tomorrow. So that was really fun to kind of window shop. So the next day we went, and I was so excited for this. So it was a lot of Fabriano, paper store that had colored pencil holder rollouts and all of this beautiful work and papers and everything. I didn't need more paper or any more of those type things, but I saw that they had the Kaweco line that is German based, but I really wanted a pen from them for a very long time. And so I got my first one, and it's in this beautiful sky blue color. It's a Kaweco Sport. And I've already been playing around with this. I also bought a few more ink cartridges. I might, for this fountain pen, get one of the refillable ones, because I do have another pen that has that type of cartridge, but this worked for just now. So I've really been enjoying playing with this. I'll show you just some of the sketches. So when we came back, Ryan and I actually promptly got sick. So sorry if my voice is a little scratchy. But I have been just laying on the couch, and I have been drawing some Colorado flora from some reference books that I have. So I've been doing it with just this pen, and it's been really, really fun to just play around with. It's a thicker, medium type nib, so it puts down a lot of ink, which is really, really cool. And then we went to this bookstore. It's like a famous bookstore to go to if you go to Venice. They just have tons of books in there. They even have gondolas full of books. So I got a sticker, and I got this itty bitty little book. I saw a lot of people in Venice in their stores have little tiny ones, and I really wanted to get one. So I kept eyeing them. But then when I went here and saw how they made it all cute with their logo and everything, I was like, this is too cute not to get. so I can do itty bitty little sketches. So that was a fun little find. And they have a black cat there, which I got to meet and pet. It was up at the front counter when I was checking out. So I love kitty cats and bookstores. So that was really, really fun. Yeah, and then I just kept any of our tickets over here in the bottom right, and any of the, I think I have a couple, maybe $2 worth of like just the extra coins that I had. But yeah, any of the tickets that we needed to fly or use the metro, like when we were in Stockholm and whatnot, just kept those because I think I want to make like a little travel junk journal type thing. I've never really done that, but I've seen lots of people do that. So yeah, it's really fun just getting, you know, tiny things that you can have, because while Ryan is more of a minimalist and he would probably not buy any of this stuff, I am a mini minimalist slash maximalist. But my way is always getting patches, stickers, keeping ticket stubs, and when we went to the Royal Palace, I didn't really buy anything in the gift shop, so I just kept the little map that they gave us. I'm more about buying art stuff and maybe something, you know, cutesy like the keychains or a pen or something, but I try to keep it all pretty small. I think that just works really well for me. And yeah, I'd love to know, what do you like to get when you go on vacations? Do you do stickers? Do you do patches? Do you buy mugs? Do you do postcards and send them home, or send one to yourself like I did? That'd be really, really cool to hear your thoughts about that. Ooh, yay. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot I was about to go do my outro to the other camera. I told you I would show you some of the art that I did. We're just going to do it right on top of here. So I brought way more paper than I needed to. I had the expectation of painting every single day, but I will showcase this in the future videos. There were a lot of mosquitoes. It was not very pleasant to sit. You had to keep moving. There was too many mosquitoes. The first one that I did was when we were in a mountain hut. Or no, maybe this was when we were in Adolfstrom, I think. This was a view from day one that we had hiked into, and we ended up hiking all the way to the end, and that's where we camped, I think on night one. So this is probably my favorite one that I did. I took the most time and I was indoors, so I think that helped a lot. So yeah, so there's one of the paintings. Another painting, which the rest of these are not done. I'd say that this one's pretty finished. I don't think I'd add anything to it. But this was from another view where I was sitting on a rock and painted this view because we were about to hike down into this valley. And I think once we turned this bend, I think it's where one of the mountain huts were that we stayed in. So that was really fun. And then this one was towards the end, where I also sat on a rock. I sat on many, many rocks. And across the way, there was this beautiful waterfall and then just more mountains. So I want to paint, there was actually a view because we were hiking this way along this huge lake. We were hiking this way. And as we kept going, there was gorgeous views, even more so to the left. But this was a perfect spot. We stopped, we had lunch, I painted, and probably one of my most favorite days because of how perfect the weather was. There was no mosquitoes. This place, it was pretty windy up at the hill on the rock that I was sitting at, so we loved it whenever there was lots of wind because it kept all the mosquitoes away. You'll hear that as a recurring theme. So then in Bisco, in the, that one was a mountain hut, but it was more like a hostel, I'd say. In one of the little sitting rooms, there's lots of these cute little sitting rooms that you could sit and relax. I just sat and I was painting there was all these vines growing up over this window with the mountains in the distance. So this was just a fun, I just used my regular pen with this. Do I have it? No. I just used my pen that I brought with me. So that was really, really fun. I liked that. And then in Italy, this one's not done, so I won't show that to you. That was the very beginning when I was just taking some video clips. But I started doing this sketch of one of, oh crap, I forget what this is called. I'll insert what it's called if I find it. So this one I was just doing a sketch. It was so hot outside that getting my paints out, it just wasn't really working for me as much. So I just took my pencil, I clipped this to my board on the inside here, and I just sketched. That worked out so wonderfully when I wasn't feeling like painting too much. I have my travel zine that I brought with me. This was something I made back here at home and did like this fun little sketch. And then I drew out all these panels that I'm not finished with. I had more fun using my scraps of paper, but I did every once in a while like start sketching in this. So I have lots to actually finish with this. So once I actually finish it with the photos that I took like on my camera and phone, I want to showcase this to you. So I will do that. So there you have it. That's everything that I got while we were in Sweden and Italy, both on the trail in Stockholm. We went over to Turin and Venice, and I'm just really excited to play around with these different art materials that I got from other countries and dive into playing around with them and showcase more things from this trip. I think you're really going to enjoy the videos coming up. I'm working on stuff right now, but again, I thought that this would be a really, really fun way to, ease you into the trip that I had for the whole entire month of July. That was really, really fun, and I'm excited to keep sharing with you all. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next one. Cheers.